Hi, for the Stoneham Council on Aging and Stoneham TV, my name is Dennis O'Hara, and this is the Senior Matters podcast for Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. It is Wednesday for those of us still keeping track. I know, but more of us are going to have to start keeping track now as more than essential workers start to go back to work. And speaking of essential workers, we have one of those here with us today, Maureen Canova, the director of the Stoneham Council on Aging. You haven't stopped this entire time, have you?
No, many of us have not stopped. We're so happy to be here today. It has been a long road, I'm sure, for everybody, but yeah, we're excited to do this today and inform you of what's happening over at the center. Yep. And of course, Ian Lawrence is with us as well. And
hello. Happy to be here. Many of you put a face now to the name. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us. And but Maureen, let's start with you. I think one of the most important things we wanted to talk about today is to give a service update of what exactly is happening at the Senior Center for seniors, and not just seniors in our community as well.
Right. Okay. So since, as many of you know, we have been closed since March 12th. And since that date, we have been working really hard with the town to implement programs that meet the needs as a result of the COVID-19. So we have been at the Senior Center offering programs since the week of the 17th, hopefully meeting the needs of everybody in the community, not just the seniors, but all residents in the community who may be struggling right now. So what we set up was basically a command center at the Senior Center. What that means is there's usually around 5 or 6 people at the center a day, organizing the drop-off of food shopping that people have called in with lists from us for us to work with Stop and Shop to deliver food. We've also dropped off essential bags, which are bags that include 15 items for people who may have an immediate need for food or paper goods that we can drop off right away at no cost, of course, and be able to drop that off and then give them other resources they may need in order to fulfill those nutritional needs and so forth. So we have so much going on, so many resources, and it's been pretty well, it has been very well received. Many people taking advantage of the programs that we do have. So yeah, it's organized chaos at times, but it's working. It's working.
And how do people connect with you during the?
So one of the biggest things we want to make sure is that people understand that, again, this is for everybody in the community. So anybody who has needs, please call the Senior Center. Even though it's the Senior Center where this response is coming from, it's for everybody and anybody in the community who's in need. Okay, so again, if you call the Senior Center at 781-438-1157, someone will answer the phone, answer your questions. Most of the calls that we're getting are people who need food shopping services. So we have developed a system with Stop and Shop where we take the orders from the resident, we call it into Stop and Shop fulfills it, we go to the person's home who put the order in, we pick up their means of paying for this, their food shopping list, we pick it up, we go get their food, and then we deliver it to them. So for a lot of people who don't drive, and you and I both know this, a lot of people who utilize the Senior Center van to go food shopping continue to need that. But then we also have people who are afraid to go to the store or have medical conditions where it doesn't allow them to go into a store. So we're providing that service to them as well. So if you don't have anybody that can food shop for you, if you have nobody here in town who can do that service for you, we're still here at the Senior Center providing that service. We can food shop for you, take your order, and it can be delivered to your home. Usually within usually within 48 hours.
And again, that applies to anyone that might need the service in Stoneham right now, not just seniors.
Not just seniors, that's right.
Exactly, great. So let me ask, with the governor new announcement, I mean, what is the town, I know the town just recently announced a new election date for the municipal elections that are coming up. And are there any provisions being made to accommodate for seniors that day that may need to deal with the shortened voting hours, things of that nature?
Yeah, so it's on a Saturday
Mm-hmm.
from 9 to, I want to say 1. Does anybody? Yeah, I think it's, I'm not sure the time. But anyway, it is on a Saturday. We haven't yet decided whether or not we're going to have transportation available, if that's what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Transportation available on that Saturday, but we can update this
Mm-hmm.
as that gets closer to see what that's going to look like. Because as of right now, let me just jump back a little bit with the transportation.
Yep.
We right now are not providing transportation in the van to the food stores.
Right.
We're dropping off using the vans, the food, but we're not having people go in the vans because there's no social distancing. So we're trying to be really cognizant, obviously, of that. However, if you are in need of a medical appointment and you need to get to this medical appointment, the hospitals and the practices have loosened up a lot of the guidelines in terms of who's going in.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of non-emergency procedures that are happening. So if you do need to get a ride, just give us a call and we can see if we can fulfill that need. So if you cannot get to your doctors or you can't reschedule to go to your doctors, if you need to get to the doctor's office local, like we normally do, local border town appointments, we can get you there. But you have to call the center and we will discuss each individual situation going forward. Okay. But in terms of the election, and we're not sure yet where we're at in terms of transportation for that.
And also want to talk about today, May 20th, as we said, and it's just a beautiful day. So what are the limitations as far as what we're telling people now as far as getting out of your house to just, take a walk or clear your head, things like that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are feeling pretty cooped up around now. And so what, we'll maybe talk to Ann, see what you would suggest for people that are wanting to get out, feeling cooped up.
Well, I mean, these are definitely unprecedented times. We know people are struggling. Some people are struggling with this. It's a difficult time. They may have lost people, loved ones, and, maybe they can't go visit loved ones in nursing homes or assisted livings. So it's really important to continue to take care of yourself, to keep your spirits up, reach out to people. You can take a walk. It's definitely a good idea. You want to have a mask with you or a face covering. Take a walk around your neighborhood or around your street or something. Get some fresh air, get some sunshine if you can. Wear the covering if you're coming close to people, or if you see somebody coming, put the mask on.
Mm-hmm.
Sit out if you have a front or back porch or a small area, sit out there, get the fresh air. You can say hi to people. A lot of people are, they're afraid to go out, and it's understandable. We've all done so much, so it's good to listen to the news, not too much of it, not too much every day, because don't inundate yourself with it. There's a lot more pleasant things that you can listen to too. Be busy reading, listening to music, talking with friends, family.
Ian, can I add to that too? The Melrose Wakefield Hospital has what they call a coffee and conversation. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. And that right now is with Stephanie Chisler. And you can call, I don't have that number with me right now.
It's on our website.
It is on the website, yes. And so check out our website. It gives the days and times that you can give a call and chat with her. It's kind of like a group call. Yeah, and then in June, I believe that'll be going to 1 day a week. It's 2 days a week now, but it'll be going to 1 day a week, but it's fantastic. There are resources. I mean, we have tons of resources. If you want to give us a call, I'm available for somebody to give me a call, or I'm happy to call anybody and, just chat. Like I said, unprecedented times, people, maybe feeling cooped up and lonely. there's no need for that really. If we keep, find out what's out there, we can help each other, and that's what we need to do.
The
Now, I
phone
know
is,
the Council on Aging has been calling just to check in on seniors to make sure that they're
we've
they're
made,
doing well.
so the staff and the board of directors have made over 800, 900 calls to
Yeah.
different people in the community, just checking in. We're calling them comfort calls. Whatever you may call them, people really, really appreciate it. It's just a checking in. And it really has had such a positive effect, I think. People like Ian calling and just, again, just checking in and saying hello. People have literally been calling us back to thank us for that phone call.
Yeah.
So it means quite a bit to everyone.
It does. And, letting people know that, this will be over someday. And when it is, when we're ready to welcome everybody back, we're all looking forward to it too. So,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We
So
missed,
that's another thing that the members of the community can do as well. If they know of a senior that may not have received a call, but may need some assistance or is, too proud or whatever to reach out, to call the senior center and say, hey, can you check on my neighbor or my friend?
sure. Definitely. And that's how we, help each other.
Yeah.
It's exactly how we help each other. Just reach out and say, you know what, this person could maybe use a call. I'm not sure, whatever. Would you mind checking on them? So, yeah, we'd love to.
Dennis, can I mention a couple of services that I just want to reiterate about? So for a lot of people who are in the community who don't have transportation, who generally may go to the food, access the food pantry, we can go to the food pantry for you to pick up groceries. All you have to do is call the food pantry, tell them that you want an order, and we'll arrange it to pick it up for them and bring them to their home. So again, if they don't have access because they don't have transportation, the senior center has the ability to drop off the food items as well.
Gotcha.
I just wanted to mention that as well.
Now, Maureen, also let me ask you, I know a lot of people around this time would be using the tax preparation services. Is the deadline extended into the summer? Is there any way that seniors who have questions can reach out for help?
So the people who signed up originally for getting their tax prep work done, we'll be calling them within the next couple weeks to reschedule. We will have people come back, so their returns will be done. Unfortunately, at this time, we're not able to take new people. So if you did sign up, we'll be calling you to reschedule. But we won't be able to schedule more than those folks who have already signed up with us. But that is going to happen. The deadline is July 15th. That was extended. So mid-June, we should have the returns done. Mid to end of June. Okay, so that's AARP who comes in, volunteers through AARP who come in and do that service.
I know another thing a lot of seniors take advantage of is the Shine counseling, the one-on-one provided at the senior center. So what can a senior who has insurance questions do? So
Shine, the acronym Shine, means serving the health insurance needs of everyone. So a lot of people will access our Shine counselors who are actually Mystic Valley Elder Services volunteers trained through Mystic Valley. And they usually come to the center to ask questions about Medicare, Medicaid, prescription drug coverage. So we don't have our counselors there now, but people can call Mystic Valley at 781-324-7705 to get in touch with a Shine counselor there over the phone. So if anybody has any questions about those things, they can still call Mystic Valley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful. And I know a lot of people look forward to the summer because they love shopping at the Bargain Barn. Any update on what's happening there?
Well, we're saddened that it hasn't opened yet. People just love the barn, and people are calling to contribute to, items for the barn. But right now, we do not have any plans to open. It's unfortunate. But again, we have to keep everybody safe. And, we'll update as we see the possibility of an opening. But as of right now, the foreseeable future, we don't see anything right now for a date. The same is true with the senior center, but I do want to stress, and Ian and I have been talking a lot about this, stress the fact that even though the senior center is closed for activities, the Council on Aging and the seniors, we're still available. Okay, we're at the senior center. The staff is going to be in full-time, probably starting next week or the week after. We are there to answer questions, connect you to the services that you may need. So although the center is closed for the activities like exercise and other programs, congregate mail site, even though those will not go on, we're still there. Okay, so please call us again at 781-438-1157. Any questions you may have, any resource that you need. If you need to talk to somebody, Ann is there for you. SNAP benefits, anything that you think of, just give us a call and we're there to help.
Okay. And let me ask you this, for the people out there that say, you know, I want to be doing something. I'd love to help out, you know, while this is going on. What can they do? What's needed around the community?
I mean, reaching out to a neighbor or someone that they know it's a good start to see what they might need, just to talk. You know, walk distance.
Yeah.
They need something, you know, I mean, conversation, things come up, and that's when someone might tell them that they need something specific, and then they can help them or direct them. You know what? Call the senior center or call this one too.
I think to add to what Ann is saying, it really takes all of us to be able to identify the folks who may be in need and haven't reached out. So important, because none of us can individually identify those folks. We have an idea, but it really takes all of us working together to help each other, to check in on each other, which I know we've had many phone calls from people saying, can you call so-and-so? She lives next door. I haven't heard from her in a while. It's wonderful that people are watching over each other. So important at this time.
It really is.
And what are some of the organizations that are also working besides the Council on Aging to help out that people can donate to? Or
so Stoneham Schools has been tremendous with delivering lunch and breakfast items to students throughout the community. It's been amazing. Thousands and thousands of meals have gone out since the very beginning. The food pantry in Stoneham, the 2 food pantries in Stoneham have been absolutely incredible. Get the kind of donations that they've then given to the senior center to identify like gift cards and to Stop and Shop and so forth. And we've been able to disperse a number of gift cards to restaurants that they've been able to, that people donated to them. They've been a tremendous job. Boys and Girls Club, same, delivering food and items to people's homes, supporting kids in the community and their families. So there's a lot of folks. Some Boy Scouts are calling, doing the friendly calls as well. And sometimes when the Boy Scouts call the folks that they've been shoveling for during the wintertime, and they're calling them now to check in on them, they're finding out that they need food items and things like that. So they call the senior center and put an order in for them. So it's really wonderful to see how much people are working together, all the organizations working together to really help out.
So really, if you support any of those organizations at this time, then you'll be helping people who are in need right now.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
And anything else we'd like to talk about?
I just wanted to mention one other thing. Obviously, there's a lot of questions about masks and the availability of masks. We do have some at the center. The important thing for people to do is simply call the Board of Health let me get the number, at 781-279-2621. 781-279-2621. That's the Board of Health, and they'll put your name down for picking up, to be able to pick up your masks at the senior center. So just give them a call, tell them you need masks, and we'll be able to give you a package of 3 masks if you need them. So yeah, do that. And also, if you're somebody who can't get out and pick up the masks at the center, give us a call at the senior center and we'll make arrangements to drop them off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And just to remind people as well, if they don't have the masks, you know, you can use a scarf or a bandana or something like that. So I wouldn't like wait to, you know, sit outside or take a short walk because I didn't have a mask. You can use something like that to put on as well, you know.
Good point.
So, and there's also wanted to mention for, you know, people who are wanting to be social at this time, if you have access to something like Zoom, there are a lot of people out there, trivia, they're doing, you know, online trivia contests and things like that. It's not the same as being able to go and hang out with people, but it's I mean, I sort of feel like the three of us are sort of hanging out right now, you know?
Right? Yeah. Not
Yeah.
bad.
We're not here, you know, we all have to have our own drink, but you know, but there are a lot of things, and I know in particular my family hosts a weekly Thursday night Zoom game. We've done trivia, we've done Family Feud, we've done all kinds of crazy stuff. So, you know, if you can, but there's also, I've seen on the different social media sites a lot of people who are like, you know, DJs that don't have anything to do right now, and they're hosting. I know there's one a gentleman that usually does it at Fusion Taste here in Stoneham, who's hosting a weekly one, I think on Tuesday nights, a trivia just contest, and you can just log on and they somehow they still give prizes and things like that. So yeah,
That's fun. There are organizations, I know, like the Alzheimer's Association does have various Zooms. They have things listed on their website where caregivers can check out different virtual memory cafes and support groups, all kinds of information on there. There are a number of places that are doing that.
Yes. Anne has a lot of those resources, so people again can call the center to get in touch with Anne because she has a wonderful list. And in our newsletter that we just mailed out today to everyone, the newsletter has those resources in it as well that Anne had provided. So check those out. I just want to get back real quickly to what Dennis was saying about the entertainment and some of the programming. So the senior center, like many senior centers, are now looking to do some of the programming through Zoom or working with like Stone TV to put some more programming available to everyone. So for people who can't access a Zoom meeting, a Zoom event, maybe you could go to Stoneham TV to watch a program. So we're working on that through next week and so forth throughout the next few weeks to be able to provide some of those programs as well. So stay tuned.
and I know there's at least one, I believe one of the fitness instructors is doing a weekly Zoom as well.
Yes. So we have, well, one instructor is doing a Zoom class. She has 32 people in the class. She had to limit the class. She has so many people, which is wonderful. So she's one of our instructors who teaches Zumba. I'm sorry, aerobics class. But on Stoneham TV, here on Stoneham TV, we have two instructors, one who's doing a meditation class, and the other one is doing a Zumba class. So they're on Stoneham TV. So right now, so you can access those as well.
Oh, wow.
So,
and you can also access it on demand on Stoneham TV's on-demand portal as well.
Great.
Great. All right. Anything else you'd like to mention before we?
Yes.
Just that we miss everyone. We can't wait to open. We look forward to opening. As of right now, the Senior Center for Activities, we don't have a date of when that would open, but again, we look forward to when that date comes. But in the meantime, stay safe, everyone.
Call us.
So we will update everyone again in June with another podcast and hopefully have even better news to share then. Ann Lawrence, Outreach Director for the Stoneham Council on Aging, and Maureen Canova, Director of the Council on Aging, thank you so much for being here today. And you've been watching Senior Matters and on Stoneham TV.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you so much, Dennis.
Thank you.
Thank you.